Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Gelderland. Kind of important, I didn't look at that. We need to have a look at the horsepower requirements for that one. Right there, 600 horsepower. Okay, so we need 600 horses. We have a tractor that we can do this with, if we want to, or we... Wait, we got that John Deere as well. The John Deere is 670 horsepower and the Fendt is 1100 horsepower. So technically I don't need to go and buy a tractor, which is probably a good job because we can't afford it anyway. We'd have to go and lease it. So I think we will use the pink John Deere on this one. That is the machine for the job today. This one here... Ooh, you know what I haven't done in absolutely ages, and I haven't done on this series at all, is apparently we should be able to... If I go here... No, I don't want to go to that one. I want to go in here. Now, what we should be able to do is I should be able to go there, and then I can create job or I can set destination. So I should be able to send that tractor over here, and I'm going to park it in the middle of the field down here, because this is where all of our stuff is. So actually, I'm going to bring it over there. So if I go set destination, pick a destination there. I was using this in the first hardcore series. Right, we've got the hired help driving to the destination. As you can see, racing along the road with much enthusiasm. Is it just going to sit there taking wages and not actually do anything at all? It would appear so. You know, you are allowed to move. Let's try driving to the end of the road. You know what? Actually, I've got a better test just to see if this will work or not. I'm going to put it onto the road. So if I just go set destination and I have it there on the road. Okay, I don't want that target. It's just not going anywhere, is it? Why aren't you going anywhere? You're supposed to drive. I mean, it might be that the map is not set up for it. I know some maps aren't set up for it. And you should be able to ride. I think you can ride in the cab when it happens. Like you can just kind of like watch the trip as it happens. But I mean, maybe I need to try jumping out of the tractor. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Set destination. There. Go to driving to target. Clearly, he is driving to target. I'm gonna say that maybe the map isn't set up for this, because I don't know what else. That makes no sense. Why aren't you driving to target? You should be. I set the target. Let's try something a little less complicated, because it's entirely possible that the worker thought they were going to get lost on that long straight, because it was a bit too long and they couldn't see the final destination at the end of it. So we'll make it a bit easier for them. And we'll go in here and I'll go set destination. I'll put one right there in front of it. It could do that. It says AI worker is blocked by an object. But now it's moving. Apparently it can do that. It can go off the side of the road there. Maybe it didn't like the roads? Huh. I really don't know. I don't know what it's thinking, but... Clearly it doesn't like being asked to go to a destination somewhere and do work, so we'll just have to assume that that is a little bit beyond its capabilities. We won't judge much, and we will just leave it be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this fertilizer spinner and I'm going to put it back into this shed. We'll use it again at some point, I expect. I don't want to just get rid of it, so I'm going to drive it in there. Actually, you know what we need to do first? We need to clean off the fertilizer spinner and the tractor. Okay. No. I'm going to dump the front weight, because it only washes 2 at a time. There, right, I've washed that one. I'll put that weight back on. And then I'll reverse this back into the shed, now that everything's nice and clean. And lower that one down. Drop that one in there, and then we'll go and get the golden plough, and we'll put that one in front of it. So we've got room for that one as well. I suspect if I try to wash the plough... Oh, the plough did wash. It looks a lot better, although that one that the plough could do with a coat of paint, quite frankly. It looks a little bit scruffy right there. Just put you in round like that. And straighten you out a little bit. And bring you back in. And yeah, you can just stop there for a minute. I've then got a... I don't want that tractor, do I? It's I'm going with this one. We've got the Tree Be Gone mod there, so I'm going to go and put this one in the shed as well, and then we want to drive the John Deere to the workshop, not the workshop, to the what do you call place? The dealership, and then we can load up those, well, hitch up the two machines. But we're going to also need to get a bit of fertilizer loaded into it so that we can, well, fertilizer and seed, so that we can go and do that as well. And that's going to be expensive. We've only got $250,000 left, and as we've now realised, $250,000 doesn't go very far. We've got a few eggs there that we'll be able to sell, although I don't want to sell them yet. I want to do those a bit later in the year. I want to be selling those. We've got butter and cheese that is being made over in one of the factories, so we'll get a little bit of money coming in from there. But quite frankly, we don't have a lot of money coming in at the moment. We've got 2 fields here. One is wheat and one is barley. That's all planted. The rest of our fields don't have a lot in them. Field 11 on the left-hand side here, I bought that one because I thought I was buying a field of oats. But if you look here... Oh, wait, what? That says growing. Huh. Oats are planted... Why aren't you... Oats are planted in March. I bought that yesterday. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I did switch over, didn't I? When I was doing the potatoes, I switched over to the other mode. So it's entirely possible that some of the farmers planted out of season. And that's why we've got oats growing in there. I'm planting oats in this big field anyway, and then we'll kind of see what happens after that. Now, with a 30-meter seed drill, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to plant that little bit on the top end of the field. There is a distinct possibility that it's just not... Look at that thing. How am I going to move that? That's brilliant. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. This is fantastic. How am I going to move this? Like, seriously, I've got no chance. That's a ball hitch. Oh, wait. Oh, no. This one goes on the back. This one here, this goes... Yeah, it does. Does it? Yeah, it does. That one goes on the back of here. That trails along behind. And then... Because that's like really wide and it's got the double tyres to allow it to do that. And then the tractor goes on this bit. I need to be able to move it round a bit. You know what? We're going to have to do it like this. I mean, let's be honest. The dealership made a bit of a boo-boo right there, didn't they? They shouldn't have. They shouldn't have parked the thing like that anyway. That's on them. That's on them. That's not on us. That's not our mistake. That's the dealership's mistake. That is. I entirely blame them for this. See if we can get this thing. This is ridiculous. Look at this thing. Are we going to even be able to hitch this on? Oh yeah, we can. There we go. Fantastic. It's the wrong type of hitch, but still. If you have a, let's jump out and have a look. That does actually look like it's the wrong type, because that's a ball hitch on there, but that's not a ball hitch in there. That's a pin that goes down through. So it's actually visually it's wrong. That's the wrong type of hitch going on there. Somehow I've got to put the other bit on the back of this one. That is the correct way for doing it, isn't it? I think it is. I'm sure it is. I'm positive. I second guess myself with these setups every time because there's hitch on the back of this one, and there's a hitch on the back of the other one as well. So it's like you can do either or, and I don't really like that. I don't want to do either or. Look at this. This is just ridiculous. I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, so in which case I need to just unhitch that one and leave it there. Then I want to get hold of the drill tanker, and I need to put a bit of seed in this one. I'm not going to load this one right up, but I'm going to put a fair bit in here, because if I manually go around the field just once, I'm going to end up needing to put an awful lot of seed in here to make this thing work. Because otherwise I'm just going to run out, and then I got to rely on the hired help for everything, and I don't really want to do that. So we'll go into here. Big bags, and I want to see, I'm pretty sure I've got a mod that does have some slightly cheaper fertilizer, and for this I really don't care. I will cheat in cheap fertilizer if I can. Alright, well I got €1,000 there for 1,500 litres of fertilizer. I thought there was another one. That's 4,000 for 6,100. That's actually a lot cheaper there. But this is 4,000 litres at a time, so it's a lot easier to buy. So I'm going to buy this. That's 6,000. Okay, I don't need that much. That's 32,000 litres. That's a little bit excessive. 20,000, 16, 12,000. Let's buy 12,000 litres of that for 18 grand. And then we'll also, I should be able to do the same with seeds. There we go. And get 3 pallets of those, so I get 12,000 litres of seed as well. Another 8,000, so that's 25,000, something like that I've just gone and spent on this. Now I want to go in here, hire AI, open cover. Select next tool, follow. Okay, I don't want to follow offset, side, offset. I'm not really sure about using those at the moment. I do want to do this without doing that. Apparently that's a little bit too much to ask. Let's try straightening this. I'm really, really not the person to be doing things like this. Let's close you up. Go on. Let's just close you up. If I can bring this one around this way like this, and then open it out again. There. Let's try that again, shall we? So I can drop it down there. Actually, what I can do, I put you onto here. I don't know which one this is. I've got fertilizer and I've got seed. So if I pick that one up, why don't you... Oh, why it doesn't want me to pick it up. Okay. I love the gravity effect on this thing. That is very cool. Apparently you cannot pick these up by hand, though. It does not like you picking them up by hand. At least not by the top. You need to... Okay, that's making me pick the tractor up. It really doesn't like that. Doesn't like you picking them up by that bit. I can pick it up by the bottom without any trouble, but I guess you need the proper hooks to be able to pick these things up. But there, what I can do is I can put the seed over there, and you can see it loading up into that one properly, like it should. So that's all going up into there. So I can at least do it this way. I do have that option. There we go. I love the way those bags shrink as you use them. It's very cool. And the next one. There. Right, so I've got 3 bags in there. Now if I look in here, that's 12,000 out of 25,000 that we can put into that one. If I press N again, it'll just move it over and then go to the fertilizer bit. I can bring this one forward, but he's too far away from any of them to load, I think. Oh, no, he's not too far away from that one. You'll auto magically load that one, but that takes a while doing it that way. That's actually very, very slow. Let's see if picking it up and holding it over the belt is faster than doing it this way. Right, there's one. So I know that I can put fertilizer in it. I want to put fertilizer in this because we need another round of fertilizer in the field. And in that one, that's way faster. So it's definitely better. If you pick them up and you do it, you save time. So, like, if you're playing realistically, you'd want to do that anyway. I mean, yes, I say that you can still play realistically and you can load them up just going up next to them and pressing R, because essentially what you're doing is you're simulating shoveling the stuff in. And I've done that. I've parked up beside a big bag and I've shoveled the stuff in by hand, right? So don't tell me that it doesn't happen, because you're wrong. I know that it happens because I've done it myself. It's hard work, admittedly, and it takes a while, but you can do it. So the game does at least simulate that, you know, that is an option, and some people are daft enough to go and do that. Or in my case, it wasn't so much daft, it was more, we didn't have a... Well, we did have a loader available on the farm, it's just that the loader was elsewhere, and by the time the loader got there, I had already shoveled the stuff in and was out in the field and using it. It was just a lot quicker to do things the way I did them. Right, if I reverse that one up there like that, and then I unhitch it, I should be able to go to the front of this one, hitch in again, and then reverse up, and we can hook everything together. At least that's what I'm hoping. Right, I have you. And then very carefully swing it round like that. Let's zoom back a bit. There. Okay, right, now we have got wheat in this one. I have got this the right way round, haven't I? It does trail the tank behind the seed drill. I think it does. I mean, looking at that, it sort of, like all those pipes and everything, that does actually look to be correct. As far as I can see, I think I've got this the right way round. So I want to cycle through the seed. We've got barley, oat, canola, soybeans, sorghum, oilseed radish, grass. It's oat that we want to plant. And it's the oat planting window. What I am curious about, though, is under planters, do we have something similar? Is there something equally as monstrously sized? We do have that one, which I'm definitely going to want to try. This one is 3 meters. I don't believe it. We got the Australia mod right there. That's 14.4 meters. There's some John Deere ones here. That's 17.8 meters there. And then we've got some Kinsey ones here, which are, that's 18 meters there. There's one that's edited by Stevie, that one was. And we've got a couple of others here. And then we've got a Great Plains, which is also about 18 meters. It's this thing here. I'm going to be wanting to try. This is 825,000, though, which is a little bit expensive. But this does look very cool, doesn't it? I'm looking forward to trying this one. This is on my to-do list for things to try. But right now, I need to get this one out to the field and see if we can actually use it. And whether we've got enough room to be able to use it all. Okay, it has been quite a long time since I recorded. It is now the new year, and the last time I was doing any recording was before Christmas. So I completely forgot what I was doing. I wasn't actually supposed to be doing that. Let's try and drive this a bit more sensibly. It's been bugging me that this one has been out there, so I thought I would just put that one away while I was flicking through everything. We got the music playing beautifully in there. We had our tractors and everything up on here. I don't know why I'm bothering to recount for you lot, because you literally, it's just cut to this in the video. Mostly this is for my benefit rather than anyone else's. That one, I don't know if I told you, but that one has got an update now, and you know, I've got issues with whenever we use the bale shredding, it seems to stop anything else from working. Well, they've now removed the bale shredding from it with the update. I haven't updated it because I like the bale shredding. It's just that we know now for a fact that it is actually a bug with the mod, and if I use bale shredding, I've then got to log out of the game and log back in again to allow the other part of it to work. So long as I'm aware of that limitation on it, it's not really much of a problem for us. Now, the next thing that we were in the process of doing was this one over here. I've already cycled through everything. I was about to take our John Deere and these wonderful new machines. We've got them loaded up with seed and everything else. And I've got oat here. I'm assuming I must have cycled through to oat. Why am I putting oats in this field? I'm not entirely sure why I've gone for oats. Let me, because I know I've got all of these. Yeah, that one doesn't matter. We've got the butter and so on. That's busy working in there. I was doing 2 of those, butter and cheese. Chocolate, we need to get sugar. So we're going to want some... well, we're going to need to make our own sugar. I don't want to be buying anything. If I can help it, I don't want to buy anything. Oat flour is the most efficient one for flour. And, oh, and then maybe we can turn that into bread. And also possibly make cakes and stuff like that. So maybe that's what I was thinking. I'm not sure. But anyway... It's on oats, so I'm going to plant oats in here, and we'll see what we can do with this. I remember now, I was going to edit the map and remove some of the fences and stuff here. I've only just remembered, so yeah, I haven't done that. There's a number of things that I haven't done that I was going to do, but you can forgive me because it's been my Christmas break. So, yeah, you know, things have been happening. So I'm going to unfold this one because... Look at this thing. This is a beast of a machine. This is the single largest seed drill that I have ever used. I'm assuming that in real life you would have to be reversing your track. Well, it's actually pulling my tractor back. So there's no way that would actually be happening in real life. Oh, I see. And then the middle bit comes. That is so cool. That is really, I love that. That is absolutely fantastic sort of fold and unfold sequence. I really like that. Right. Let's plant some oats. If you have a look there, you can see the seed isn't doing anything, but the fertilizer is currently just being thrown out onto the ground. Like, so it's throwing the fertilizer out regardless of whether you're moving. The seed, it doesn't. It only uses the seed if you're traveling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel up across the field here. And I do just want to take a quick look at the map a second. If we're quick, we can do this without breaking everything. Soil composition. Right. So we had double fertilizer up there, but we've got single fertilizer down here. So it should be leaving fertilizer behind on here. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Because I went and spread fertilizer on it, I've only just applied fertilizer on there, so the fertilizer that's coming out of this one doesn't actually count for anything, which means that we have to go and put fertilizer on there at a later point, which is really frustrating because I've just gone and bought all the fertilizer that I've put in here. 12,000 litres of it. Well, if that's how it is, that's how it is. We won't get too worried about that. That's just how it is. Now, my biggest problem is how am I going to get this to do the corner? Because I think really the only way that we're going to be able to do the corner is if we reverse into the corner, because I can't drive forwards. There's trees in the way. So I'd kind of like need to turn it like this, and that's probably not going to do the machine a lot of good if I turn too tight. But then I get to this point, and now in order to be able to get to that corner, I need to reverse. And this has got like 17 pivot points on it. including one on the tractor as well, which makes it difficult. This is a disaster already. This has started out as a disaster in the making. Right. So if I turn it that way... No, that's the wrong way. I need to turn it that way. Because then it'll turn the pivot on the seed dolly the other way. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. But now it's gone too tight on that. That's just... Yeah, that's just not happening. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm sure there are ways that it could be done, and I'm sure there are people who are far superior to me who could actually do that, but I'm not one of these superior beings. I'm not going to be able to... Is there anyone here who's ever had any experience reversing these monsters? I would very much like to see that in action. Like, I can just about cope now with reversing a fifth wheel axle, but that's about it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to drive straight through the ditch. He says, getting stuck. Getting really, really stuck. Maybe I can do it like this. I've knocked the road sign over. Can we take that? Oh, there we go. Right, we go over this at an angle. Put over a little bit more. There we go. Now we're making progress. I've got to get back now. That's... This might be why we don't use machines like this in the Netherlands. Oh, stop there. Right. I'm thinking that maybe I shouldn't be trying to get right out to the corners. Maybe this is what I'm doing wrong. Hang on, let's straighten you out a little bit. It could just be that I should... I'm being greedy by attempting to get right into the corners, because we're not going to be able to do that with a machine of this size. And normally, a machine of this size is going to be doing fields that are like 5 times the size of the one that we've made here. So, yeah, we don't exactly have the balance right on this, do we? But this is a direct drill. I only ploughed because I was joining fields together. And, like, the next time we do this, we'll be able to direct drill, and that'll get us a coat of fertilizer. So the other coat of fertilizer that I'd like to put on here, we can do that with just, like, throwing fertilizer on the field normally. However, we decide to go and do that. So we can go whizzing through here like this. And you can see, we've done most of the corner, like, we've gotten out to most of that corner right there. Let's try and straighten this one out a little bit. I'd like to do all of my planting with this thing. Whether or not I'm going to be able to do all of my planting with this thing is entirely a different matter. But I'd like to. I'd like to give it a go. I need to be able to get round the telegraph pole, not the electricity pylon over there. And I'm not entirely sure that that's going to happen either. We have challenges ahead, ladies and gentlemen. We have some serious challenges ahead. Now, this one, I'm just going to sweep round the corner because there's trees in the way right there. And if I try to do anything too fancy, I'm going to end up getting wrapped around the trees, which I really don't want to do. But I tell you what, so far, it doesn't seem too bad. And there we are with our racing slicks on. And I really do like this drill setup. This is actually pretty cool. And let me just slow down here. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.